Hey guys! Hello my good friends, TehJew22 here, and welcome to another edition of TehJew22 Talks. Now, last time my guest was the Boss Nation leader, Ryoko, and the interview was considerably different than most other interviews I've had before. It's a little... I don't want to go too far into it, but it was a little different than it usually is, but my next guest will definitely put a smile on your face. He goes by many names, but he is a Moogle. But he's not just any Moogle. He is a master, but he's not just any master. He is my good friend, Moogle Master102.
Hello, my friends. This is MoogleMaster102.
So, thank you for being on the show.
No problem, man. I'm happy to be here.
That's good to hear. But anyway, it's good to have you. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and it's good to have you on. And with that said, I might as well get to my first question right off the bat, and that is, where does the name Moogle Master come from?
Oh, boy. Well, long story short, let's just say I played a lot of Final Fantasy, and suddenly I guess, felt the need to randomly, hey, you know, because there's one part in the game in Final Fantasy VI where Luck is saved by the Moogles. Like, this guy's, you know, the shepherd of the Moogles, and I guess that's where the name Master just came from. So I ended up coming up with that name. But people mostly just refer to me as Moogle or by my real name most of the time. But that's pretty much where I got it from. I'm a huge RPG fanatic, so you can pretty much tell where the name obviously comes from in itself.
Wow, that's incredible. Like, I mean, I knew it had something to do with Final Fantasy, but I never knew the story behind that. So...
No, I don't think anybody does, to be completely fair. I don't really explain it just because the name pretty much speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. I mean, when I think Moogle, I think those cute little creatures, and I think, you know what? If women see your name, they'll think, "Oh, you're a very cute little creature," if you know what I mean. No, just kidding. You know what I'm just joking. Okay,
well,
so.
you don't see me going in real life, going by my alias, you know. in real life, I'm just a normal human being, but on the internet, I go by pretty much what I go by on the internet. So it's just how it is.
Yeah, that's just how it is as far as Blue Toad is concerned. You know, because people see a blue toad and they think, "Oh, it's TehJew22." Or every time they play like 3D World, for instance, and they play as Toad, they're like, "Oh my God, it's TehJew22, and I'm controlling him."
So you're a short little banum with a mushroom for a head that wears like a little diaper and a vest, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's, you know, but then again, that is me though. So, but
that makes sense.
It does in the long run.
Yeah.
But as far as oh God, I forgot what I was. Oh yeah, we were talking about our mascots. But and then, how did you get into the Let's Play business, though?
How did I get into the Let's Play business? Oh man, I don't even know where to start. This is really weird, but I started off watching Nintendo Capri Sun, and then because he did Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And which I can't remember what year it was, but that's kind of where I wanted to start doing actual Let's Plays, because before I was just uploading gameplay to my YouTube channel. I was uploading like non-commentary stuff, and ironically enough, my most viewed video is the most obscure game like that I never thought would ever get like 50,000 views out of nowhere. But Chocobo Racing out of nowhere has like the most views on my channel. Non-commentary playthrough, and people are still commenting on it to this day. And it's just like, and since I've been doing those gameplay videos, I always wanted to start doing Let's Plays. Started watching like commentary stuff, and I kind of wanted to branch off a little bit. I want to do informative commentary. Of course, I was a nervous wreck back then, so my commentary wasn't as good back then because I always stutter and I wasn't very vocal. But times change for the most part.
Yeah, in fact, I guess you can. I think it doubles for me because it's like I think the earliest videos I used to make it was wrestling videos, because at the time that's all I could make because I didn't have the equipment at the time when I first started out. But if you were to check out those videos and then you listen to my Let's Plays or whatever else that I'm doing nowadays, it ain't even close.
Yeah. I had a really old channel back then, where I was also doing Let's Plays, but I didn't like them very much, so I just went back to doing gameplay videos and that, and I don't know. It was a really weird time. And then in back in August of 2008, that's when I started MoogleMaster102, and I wanted to do a different approach to that channel, and that's where I am now. I've had the channel for 7 years. I almost said 8, but no, that's not true. I have the channel for almost 7 years, which is pretty damn insane.
Yeah, that is insane because I've had mine for the better part of 5 years, but even so, I mean, the fact that if you had it for 7 years, and then the fact that just recently you celebrated a milestone.
Yep, 3 milestones, in fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 7 years on YouTube. I had 1,000 subscribers, and actually, I guess you can just consider those two. And I guess another milestone would be just the. You can consider this as an achievement of all the great friends that I made over the past few years. I mean, I'm quite amazed at how many people I met just from doing what I do, and it's quite astounding. And I'm really happy about it, especially with the approach that Let's Playing is going nowadays. And I'm really happy about it, and hitting those 2 milestones are pretty damn huge, especially being 7 years on YouTube, which I didn't think I would have lasted that long, but
most people don't. Now. Yeah, most people don't even last 3 years, let alone 7. But that is incredible, and you know what? Speaking of making friends, that's kind of what I've been doing.
Well, that's what everybody does on a daily basis. You're always talking to new people in that, especially in different communities. You go on forums and stuff, and you're always talking to people on a daily basis, and kind of get to know them a little bit better. That's just how it is generally. I mean, you can't just be in the world of Let's Playing and be known for a guy that doesn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, that hardly ever works. I mean, it may have worked for H.C. Bailey, but then again, what the hell do I know? I mean, it's like how he became a star. I don't know.
Oh, the guy knows his RPGs. Let's be honest, he knows his stuff. So
and plus he started at around the time that it was born, actually.
Yeah.
So he kind of got the early start on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the fact that he's a superstar, it's like I can only imagine that he doesn't get nearly as much privacy as he would like to have.
Well, I'm sure people are always asking him, what is his next Let's Play or whatever. And like I said, he does a lot of obscure games. And I'm big time respect for him for that, because not many people do LP JRPGs nowadays, which is kind of what I like to specialize in doing. And it's not because they're obscure in their own right. It's just what I like to play, and that's kind of what I enjoy doing. And I guess you could say H.C. Bailey also happens to be another inspiration to me in its own right, respectively.
Well, you know what? H.C. Bailey, and what more has been said about H.C. Bailey that hasn't been said? But one thing I will give the guy for is, if it wasn't for him and a handful of other people that I can name probably off of my own 2 hands when I first started out, if it wasn't for him, I never would have been in the Let's Play business to begin with. I mean, there's other people, yes, but H.C. Bailey is one of the most well-known and well-respected Let's Players, and the fact that he knows what he's doing, and in fact the reason I found him was because I think it was Final Fantasy 12 or 13 that was coming out at the time, and and I always wondered to myself, and this is just me talking. I said to myself, what is the big deal about Final Fantasy? Why do people make a big deal out of it? Because I couldn't understand it at the time because I wasn't a big Final Fantasy fanatic. Uh,
Well, nowadays Final Fantasy games have inadvertently became really like nobody really cares about the games anymore, and it's just like people would say like crap on the game and be like, this is the worst game in the series. I don't know why it exists. This is the nobody likes like a lot of the characters are not very likable. But there's a lot of people that stay strong to the games and still enjoy it for what it is, and you know, especially with critics out there, people that are very highly critical about games, and that I do respect a lot of people that just kind of play the game and don't force their opinions down people's throats.
oh yeah,
So it does kind of encourage me to sit down and actually play Final Fantasy 13 to actually see if it really is a good game or not. But like for the most part, a lot of people don't like the games just because for obvious reasons. So
well yeah. I mean, I suppose to each his own, or their or her or their own, but you know. But at the time, and this is just at the time, I always wondered what the big deal about Final Fantasy was, uh, and then that's pretty much how I found like the original Final Fantasy game with Let's Player H.C. Bailey, and that's pretty much how I found him at the time. So yeah, there's one story right there, but I mean, there's other people that influenced me. But are there any other people that influenced you?
influenced me.
Yeah.
Well, other than Nintendo Capri Sun, H.C. Bailey, I'm trying to think of some other people, and it's really hard to name off people because I don't really watch them anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Because I haven't really been watching like Let's Plays all that often. I can't remember for the life of me. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. Voltage McGammer. He goes by McGammer, but he did a lot of the Edoran Odyssey games, and he was really entertaining. I remember when he did Pokemon Stadium, and he's always fun to watch play that. And he was very chill. He had a very nice voice to listen to. I guess it's really weird to say that, but he was just very fun to listen to and just kind of carry on about random things. But watching him play Edoran Odyssey 3, and I think the other games too in the series, those are really, really fun playthroughs to watch. And that was another person that kind of watched a lot that also encouraged me to get into the games I like playing. Not Let's Play, but there are games that I do want to Let's Play in the future.
Yeah.
But like that's a guy that I used to watch a lot. I can't remember for the life of me any other people that I really watched back then that really encouraged me to, like what I like.
That's don't be pressured.
No, it's fine. That's pretty much all I could really think of. That's definitely another person I really enjoyed watching was definitely McGammer. He was really good. I could watch his videos all day if I wanted to. He's just that good of a Let's Player.
I'm pretty sure he is. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, because other people include, but are not limited to, SlimKirby.
SlimKirby, I am familiar with his videos. I remember when he did Kirby's Dream Course. I think like a while ago. That was kind of fun. I liked all of his Kirby playthroughs, obviously because his name is SlimKirby. Why wouldn't he play the Kirby games?
Yeah.
But Kirby Superstar, one of my all-time favorite games. I absolutely freaking love Kirby Superstar. I have it on the DS. I bought it on like every console, even though it's just Super Nintendo DS. But you get the point.
I get the point, though.
Yeah, I have both games. I put so many hours into those games, and even to this day, I play the game once in a while, and I just can't get sick of it. It was just that fun of a game. At some point, I would love to get into speedrunning it because I love the game so dang much. Um, but yeah, that's definitely someone I did watch beforehand. Not like that encouraged me to do what I like, but he was a person that I watched before that I enjoyed.
Yeah, but he had a lot of influence on my life, especially, you know, just the fact that he's just a normal guy doing what he loves to do. That's pretty much what gave me the idea to, say, you know what, I'm not much like I look at myself and I'm not that, I'm not that attractive or I don't have a very outgoing personality, but he's the one that, helped me break out of my shell and here I am right now, actually talking to you, and it's I'm just thankful that he helped me, just become more of an outgoing person,
Well, sometimes, man, you just gotta be yourself.
and that's what he is.
Embrace it. Yeah, just be who you are. Embrace it. Show
I,
people the world who you really are.
exactly, and I think it was Mr. Rogers who kind of also said that.
I remember that show when I was a kid.
Hell, I remember it when I was when I
Those
was a kid,
damn freaking those long sleeve shirts, man.
and those sneakers.
Yeah.
Man, and every time he starts the show, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I love that song so much, and
You could just go out there and sing that all day if you wanted to.
yeah,
And then you realize how shitty of a neighborhood you live in.
yeah, it's a very shitty day in the neighborhood. I know, but it's. I mean,
That's what you want to think. But everyone else around you will probably be like, nah, it's rainy, it's very dusk out, it's not a good day.
yeah. Well, it is what it is, but oh, excuse me. I have a little bit of gas today. I'm not sure why, um, but then the last person that had the most influence on me, and this is the last one for me, it has to be probably our good friend NewfieBangaa.
Newfie, we have like a background history together, I guess. We have a we have sort of a connection, I guess you want to say. We used to be part of well, I used to be part of a group with him a long time ago, and we were good friends since then, and we're still good friends now. I mean, we don't talk as much, but
Oh, same here. Same
he,
here.
um, but like when I do talk to him, he's a really good guy. I mean, he's a really fun guy to talk to. Watching his videos, I think he when he because he's doing Fantasy Star 4 right now, which is actually one of my favorite games on the Sega Genesis. And I was actually watching that, and it made me look back, and I'm like, man, I really wished I finished that LP that I did of that game, but I canned it because it came out horribly. But yeah, Nufi Manga, he's a really good guy. Definitely someone you could take inspiration from. Also to improve yourself as well. He's a very lovable guy. Let's just put it that way.
Oh yeah, I really think that his best time was from the time he referred to himself as the Banga, and yes, I am that old enough to remember it, man.
I do remember those videos too. Back when he was using his laptop camera, or yeah, his laptop microphone to record his commentary, and he referred to himself as the Banga, and I would look back at those videos just for a good laugh.
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact,
So, yeah.
they were amazing. But then, of course, when he got himself a new microphone, and for the better part, I think it was the first half of 2009. That was his best stuff right then and there because, I mean, he had Link to the Past, he had Kirby's Adventure, especially like the one. Okay, there was this one incident where he's taking on he's Kirby and he's taking on Meta Knight, right?
Hmm.
And then he defeats Meta Knight, and then you know what happens to Meta Knight.
Yep.
his mask cracks, and the one thing that came out of his mouth, and I'll never forget it. Do you know what he said?
What's that?
He said, and I quote, "I got a black brother!"
Oh man,
I just could not stop laughing at that.
that's pretty funny.
Heck, most everything that he does is funny. I just could not stop laughing. But I think that was the one that I almost died right there.